Grace Willison has died at Toynton Grange Nursing Home. Adam Dalgleish is conducting a personal investigation into 2 other mysterious deaths there. Suspicion has fallen on Maggie Hewson, but her husband, Dr. Eric Hewson, who is having an affair with the nurse Helen Rayner, has warned Maggie to keep quiet over a secret which they share. Wilfred Anstey, who runs the Grange, has been exposed by Dalgleish as a liar and a hypocrite.
Who is it? Who is it?
It's Helen. It's better we talk in here. We don't want to wake the whole house.
What do you want?
To apologise for earlier. I'm sorry I was a bit abrupt, but you startled me.
I startled you.
I get very nervous when I'm on duty late at night. Oh, I've bought you some pills for Jenny. Shall I take them to her?
There's no need now. I sat with her till she went to sleep. Took ages, but she did in the end.
I see. You know, you really must stop wandering around in the middle of the night.
It's hardly the middle of the night. Anyway, I don't make a habit of it.
All the same, you disturb people. And when they're disturbed, people react in odd ways. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Would you mind going now? I'm tired. I was trying to get to sleep.
I haven't finished yet. I want you to promise not to talk about anything you may have seen or heard tonight.
What could I have seen or heard?
Nothing, probably. But things get easily twisted. Perfectly innocent things. You will promise, won't you?
All right, yes. Anything, as long as you'll let me get to bed.
Good. Yes, I'm sorry, of course. You'll be voting at the meeting next week.
I was planning to, yes.
Oh, you must. It's for your own good. I mean, if Wilfred isn't forced to sell the Grange, you'll never get away from here.
I don't want to get away from here. I wasn't going to vote for it to be sold.
What do you mean? You don't want to stay here, do you? You'd be much better off in one of those flats for the disabled.
Good morning.
Morning. Sorry to bother you, Sally, but it's rather important. Grace died in the night. Wilfred rang me.
Oh. I better come in. You found her?
Well, not me, thank goodness. I think it was Dot. Wilfred's in a hell of a flat.
Has anyone touched the body?
Yes, of course, I have. I had to make my examination.
Who found her?
I did. I was bringing her a cup of tea. I sometimes did, if I wasn't too busy.
Was she lying in bed like this when you found her?
Yes. Except her book was on the floor, it was open, and her hand was hanging over the side of the bed.
Were there any signs of a struggle? Well, that's what you really want to know, isn't it?
Oh, of course there weren't. How ridiculous. Just looked to me as though she'd been reading, had felt sleepy, and dropped her book on the floor.
Well, why is the bookmark clenched in her fist like that?
I don't know. I wasn't here when she died.
It's perfectly clear. Dear Grace must have gone to sleep still holding it. Then when she suffered a heart attack, I presume her hand tightened in a kind of spasm. That makes sense, surely.
Yes, possible, yes.
Do you think she died from natural causes?
I'd say there's very little doubt that she did.
Then why won't you sign the death certificate?
Because I need to know why it happened. It might not be a heart attack. It could be something quite different.
Eric, I don't want to teach you your job, but we do know that Grace had a weak heart.
I'm delighted you don't want to teach me my job, Wilfred. Thank you.
Well, if it wasn't a heart attack, what was it?
I'm not saying that it wasn't. I just need to be sure. It could be there's some organic disease which I've missed. I give the patients regular checkups, but we're not equipped for major exploratory work here.
Do you want a post-mortem?
Yes, I'm afraid I do.
Oh, surely you must be able to reach a diagnosis without that.
Why are you so worried about a post-mortem, Wilfred? Is it just the publicity you're afraid of, or is there something else?
I refuse to answer that sort of question, Millicent, when you only ask it to provoke me.
I saw Grace yesterday evening about 7:30. Did anyone see her after that?
Yes, I did. She was coming in from the patio, and I'd say she looked very well, indeed.
What time was that?
About 8:30. My television's broken down. I didn't feel like sitting staring at four walls all evening, so I came over here for the company, and then I thought I might as well stay the night.
Do you often do that?
Occasionally, yes. Why shouldn't I? I do have some rights here, even now, surely.
You're more than welcome to stay at any time, Millicent. You know that quite well.
It's not as if you're short of rooms, is it?
What is it, Albert?
CV repairman's here for Mrs. Hammett. He wants to be let in. He's waiting out front.
Oh, Millicent, your story holds up after all. Unless, of course, you broke the television yourself.
I'd better make some phone calls.
Please, Eric.
Why are you so against a post-mortem?
I hate the idea of her being cut up. The indignity of it. She was so modest in a way that's rare nowadays. An autopsy is the very last thing she would have wanted.
It's the last thing she's going to get, isn't it?
How dare you talk like that? You don't care, do you? Not really. Not about Grace, not about anyone here.
That's not true, Dot, and it's an appalling thing to say.
Oh, yes, it is true, Wilfred. You just let yourself be fooled by his apparent generosity. Except that you're only generous when it doesn't cost you anything, aren't you?
Well, that's much too clever for me, Dot. I don't know what you mean.
Oh, you don't mind giving us bits of money when it suits you. Little treats, just like Father Christmas. I suppose it boosts your ego, popping down from London when you're a bit bored, patronising Wilfred, standing modestly by while we shower praises on you for all you've done.
That's enough.
But you take damn good care not to do anything that would really put you out. Like spending a few hours with Grace while she was alive. That would have been generous, wouldn't it? She would have liked that. But she was just a boring old woman to you. Not very witty, no fun at all, not worth wasting your precious time on.
Don't know what I've done to deserve this, Dot. But I didn't realise that by buying a cottage here, I'd made myself responsible for Grace and everyone else at the Grange. But I do understand your feelings about Wilfred. It can't be very nice being deeply in love with someone without a hope in hell of having your feelings reciprocated. But I assure you, I'm not after him too. He's not my type.
Oh, you... Please!
I'm not one of your patients, Dot. We all know you have a reputation for grievous bodily harm, but you really must choose your victims more carefully. Terribly sorry, I seem to have gone too far.
I think so too.
I'll apologise to her later.
I think Grace would have found this fighting over her body more shocking than anything that could have happened to her on a mortuary slab.
Point taken. Very well. Eric, you must do what you have to do.
Thank you. I fully intend to.
I'd like a word with both of you, if I may. In my office.
Ever felt like you were back at school?
Go away, Albert. I'm fine.
You shouldn't have said that. You don't really feel like that about Wilfred.
Of course not, Tracy. What is it to you, anyway?
You've been good to me.
So has Wilfred.
He uses us. He don't care.
Oh, that's not true. Now, let's get on. I'm sure you've got things to do.
Now, I don't want to appear callous,
But you're going to.
I hope you won't see it that way. Either of you. Do sit down. But Grace's death does affect matters in a very real sense. We have to face up to these things.
You mean the future of the Grange?
Yes. Obviously, we can't continue with only 3 patients. It's completely absurd.
You'll be the envy of every nursing home in the county. Where else would you get the staff outnumbering the patients 2 to 1?
The problem is I can't begin to look for new patients until I know which way the vote goes.
You'll get a majority for the trust. Don't worry.
Nevertheless, I'm going to bring the meeting forward to this evening. Adam.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I want you to be there. I want you to help us reach our decision. I'm sure Michael would have wished it.
I'm not so sure. But even if you're right, I'm afraid I can't.
Or won't.
If the Grange is sold, presumably the staff as well as the patients will have to find new homes.
Oh, yes, it's a tremendous responsibility. I'm well aware of that. But I can rely on you, Julius. You're one of the family, after all.
It's not true. Dot's little outburst has made that only too clear.
You mustn't take any notice of Dot. She's overprotective to me and to the Grange.
She is right. She touched a nerve, that's why I hit back. I'm sorry.
Dear Julius.
I am a privileged visitor. I, too, have no moral right to vote on a matter that doesn't seriously affect me one way or the other.
What will you do if it's sold?
Shed a few tears. I'm very fond of my cottage. But you're right, I wouldn't stay here. Only if there was a caravan site or a holiday camp out there.
Well, if that's the likely outcome, I'm inclined to change my mind and come to the meeting.
Please do.
No, but thank you.
There's the rest of the day for you to change your mind.
How does Grace's death affect the trip to Lord's? How many days before you go?
Too few to cancel now. I booked the passage on the boat. I'm sure Grace would have wanted us to go. Don't you think? Come in.
I didn't know you were busy, Wilfred. Shall I come back later?
No, darling. I'm just about to go and find the commander and tempt him to a little late breakfast. Cheers.
What can I do for you, Maggie?
Can I sit down?
Of course.
Look, I don't know who else to talk to. You're probably the last person I should be speaking to. And this morning of all mornings.
Life has to go on. I felt guilty myself, but it does. And it's a way of coping with our grief.
That's a nice thing to say. Wilfred, it's Commander Dalgleish. I went to see him yesterday, and he seems to think that I killed Victor. I give you my word that I had nothing to do with anything that's happened here.
What do you want me to do? Put in a good word with Adam? Wouldn't help. He doesn't have much faith in me. Only yesterday, he virtually accused me of setting fire to the tower myself.
That's ridiculous. It is ridiculous, isn't it?
Don't you know?
I didn't do it, Wilfred. What else can I say?
I believe you, Maggie. I didn't yesterday, but I do today. I'm afraid Dot isn't one of your greatest admirers, and I've been too easily influenced by her.
But how could she think that I'd do something like that? I mean, what possible reason could I have?
Dot isn't a rational person. I've only realized quite how irrational this morning.
That I still don't see.
Envy. Isn't that understandable?
But why? I've never given her any cause.
No, of course not, of course not. It's all in her mind. But I sometimes think that our fantasies are every bit as real as so-called reality. Even more so, perhaps. Don't you agree?
I don't know.
Perhaps because you've always gratified your desires. Unlike most of us. But that creates a problem. It can make you rather dangerous to those less fortunate than yourself.
Do you mean that they've got it in for me because they envy me my freedom?
A lot of people,
They can have it, Wilfred. They can have my wonderful, liberated lifestyle any day of the week, and much good may it do them.
Might have turned sour on you, Maggie, but it doesn't lessen the envy it can provoke in others. So, you must try to make sure that your influence is less than it has been. Now, this is nothing personal. But if the Grange is to go on in anything like its present form, then the psychological state of the patient is vitally important. I'm sure the Ridgewell Trust will be very sensitive to that kind of thing.
What are you trying to say? That I'm driving everyone balmy?
What I'm saying is they need a restful, reassuring atmosphere.
So what are you going to do? You can't give me the sack. I don't even work here officially.
If the Trust does take over, they'll want to examine our books first, make sure everything is clearly accounted for.
Oh, well, that's all right. I'm sure you haven't been cooking the books, Wilfred.
Well, you've always been paid on a casual basis here,
Yes,
petty cash.
that's your suggestion.
Julius assured me it was common practice.
Oh, you are terrified that the Ridgewell Trust is going to come here and find me working and wonder where the hell my salary comes from. So the easiest way you can cope with that is by giving me the old heave-ho.
Personally, I'd like nothing more than for you to carry on working here.
Don't flail me, Wilfred. You think I'm a pain in the neck. You've been dying to get rid of me for ages.
You know that's not true.
What if the vote goes against the Trust? What will you do then?
I don't think that'll happen.
Well, it will if I have anything to do with it. I'm going to vote for this place to be sold off, and the hell with you.
I'm afraid you won't, Maggie, because you're not invited to the meeting.
What?
You're not a resident of the Grange. You're not on the official payroll. You're Eric's wife. He has a vote, and I hope he'll consult you before he makes up his mind. But we can't start inviting everyone's relatives. You must see that.
What about Millicent?
Millicent has a financial interest, so she'll be coming, yes. Surely you can see that that's fair, too.
Dare I ask what's on your mind?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about my first post-mortem, that's all. It's a 40-year-old prostitute. I can still see her on the slab. She had red hair, thick makeup.
How did you feel about it?
Oh, I was terrified. So was the pathologist. I remember his hands shaking until he made the first cut, and then it stopped.
And you?
Me? I felt sick.
This was many years ago.
Yes, my first case, and strangely enough, his last.
And nothing sinister in that?
No, he was just about to retire, that's all. I remember one thing he told me. He said that to him, every death was a suspicious death.
Rather cynical, isn't it? Sounds to me if he was overdue for retirement.
No, it's true. There's always a motive. There's always someone who benefits.
Death sets the living free. It's even more cynical. Does that apply to Grace's death, too?
Perhaps.
I was involved in a murder case once, where there was a real motive. It was while I was with the Foreign Office in Paris. A friend of mine was accused of killing a racing driver. The fellow had gone off with my friend's wife.
What about the rumor at the time that your friend had blackmailed you into giving him an alibi?
That was put round by my colleagues at the embassy.
Why would they do that?
Don't you know? Interpol must be getting slack. It's something called jealousy.
Is that why you left the service so soon afterwards?
No, that was because I had the extraordinary good fortune to have a godfather who died and left me a great deal of money.
Ah, so that's how you can afford to lead a life of leisure now, is it?
It's not quite that simple. I do have to do the occasional day's work, unfortunately. Luckily, I've discovered a natural skill at playing the stock exchange. Not the most meaningful of occupations, but it's Dot has so kindly pointed out, whenever I have need of solving my social conscience, I can always pop down here. Can't I? I can see you think it's vulgarly opulent after Hope Cottage.
No, I think it's beautiful.
Would you like tea or coffee? Or would you prefer something a little stronger?
Coffee would be fine.
Don't worry about you. All this self-denial really can't be very good for you. You don't mind if I don't share your hair shirt, do you? I'd like nothing better than a large glass of scotch. This was part of his head. A little winged child with the most peaceful smile you've ever seen. He was so warm, I wanted to hug him sometimes. I'll get the bastard who did this!
What was it from?
It was a memorial piece to a child who died 300 years ago. Just think of it. He survived all that time, doing no harm, only bringing comfort and pleasure, and reminding us of our own mortality.
Do you think that's why it was smashed?
We live in the age of the barbarian. Skill and beauty only arouse hatred and envy. This little child's parents were wealthy and privileged. Beauty comes from privilege, so let's smash it to pieces. Serves him bloody well right. Let's bring him down to our own ugly, soulless level.
Whoever did it must have known how it would affect you.
Oh, yes. I bought it, so I'm the enemy too. And proud to be. If it means I can stop the morons and vandals from taking over.
Well, we know it could have only been done in the last hour. Marble is hard to smash. It would have needed strength and an implement, a hammer of some sort.
I don't intend to call the police if that's what you're about to suggest.
Why not?
Well, let's face it, they haven't been a spectacular success so far, have they? Either with Victor's death or the fire in the tower.
Do you think they were linked?
At the moment, I really couldn't care.
Is there any other reason why you don't want the police brought in?
No. No, why should I bring the police in when I know full well who did it?
They used to give me something to cheer me up in hospital.
Yes, and they kept on giving it to you even when you were better. Jenny, you were dependent, and you're not going to get hooked all over again.
I want to talk to Eric. He understands.
You were diagnosed as a manic depressive, but that was years ago. People often get better, and that's exactly what happened to you. Only they kept you so full of drugs, nobody could tell how you were.
I wish I'd never left the hospital. I liked it there, and I hate it here. If I died in the middle of the night, no one'd care. Wouldn't be like Grace dying. They'd probably all go out and celebrate.
Now, that's unkind. You know we care. Oh, that'll be Dr. Hewson.
Tell him I want to talk to him now.
Oh, it's you.
What?
Sorry, nothing. Thanks, Albert.
Where is he? Wasn't him. You're lying. I want to talk to him.
It was Albert with the post. Suit yourself.
He's gone. Why didn't you let me see him? What did you say to him?
Shut up, you stupid little girl. I'm sick to death of you.
What's upset you, Helen? You had bad news.
You will have to keep all the pieces.
I don't intend to tell the police. Apart from anything else, I don't wish to burden Wilfred so soon after Grace's death.
I'm impressed by your concern for him.
Even selfish bastards have other sides to their characters. I've always felt protective about Wilfred. Maybe it's hereditary. My father used to help him when he could. That's when Wilfred first took over the Grange.
How did your father know Wilfred?
Well, don't you know that? The Ansteys and the Courts are two of the oldest families round here. Highly thought of. True blue British.
Thank you.
My mother was the letdown, I'm afraid. She was a fishmonger's daughter. Algerian. Father met her in Marseille. It was love at first sight. And a year later, there was a very expensive divorce. She died when I was 4. Father brought me up, or rather paid a series of nannies and boarding schools. I think it was the cost of that and the drink that finally broke him. Anyway, he sold the estate 5 years ago, and now lives in a pleasant alcoholic stupor in St. John's Wood. Well, anyway, he's near the cricket. Now tell me about your disastrous childhood.
Hello? Sorry.
Can I help you?
I was talking to Grace last night. She was so excited about going to Lloyd's.
What time did you see her?
Just after tea. She was planning what to pack. I think she enjoyed going there more than anyone here. She used to feel guilty about it because she was a Protestant. But Father Badley told her there was nothing sinful in enjoying a nice drive and a change of scenery.
I can hear him saying it.
Do you go a bit slower?
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So is that what you came to tell me?
No.
Well. Was it about Dennis?
Yes. Well, last night I went down to the dispensary to try and get some sleeping pills. And Jenny was upset and couldn't sleep. I was going back up the stairs when I saw someone going by on the landing above. I thought it might have been Dennis. I thought he might have come to see me.
Why? Does he often come to your room at night?
No, he doesn't. We're friends, that's all.
Ah.
I'm fond of him. I think he is of me. I hope he is.
And was it Dennis?
I don't know. I didn't get close enough to find out.
Tell me, what made you think it was Dennis in the first place?
Because he's got something on his mind. Something he won't tell me about or can't. I thought he might have made up his mind to tell me after all.
It's ridiculous. I don't know why you even let it upset you.
Oh, wouldn't you be upset if you were accused of murder?
There was no murder. Grace died of natural death.
Thank you, Doctor.
Come in. I arranged the post-mortem if you've come to check up on me.
Miss Rayner, I believe you were on duty here last night. Ursula told me she came to see you.
Yes, that's right.
May? Go ahead.
I saw Ursula in the dispensary.
So she said. Did you have another patient in here at the time?
No.
Oh, she told me she heard voices.
She must have imagined it. She was in a very nervous state last night.
Was she?
Yes.
Oh, why don't you tell him the truth? Won't do any harm, will it? I was in here with Helen last night. Not on professional business, if you see what I mean.
Oh. Does your wife know about the two of you?
Yes, unfortunately.
What were you wearing last night?
Which precise moment are you referring to?
He was wearing a habit we both were.
How soon after Ursula went out did you leave?
About half an hour. Why?
No reason. Do you have anything else you want to tell me?
No?
Yes, we do. Look, just give him the letter. Why bother to hide it? He'll only find out about it in the end. Go on, give it to him.
What letter? When did you get this?
This morning. Albert brought it in with the rest of the post. I was in there with Jenny.
What was wrong with her?
Oh, she was feeling depressed. She often feels like that, and whenever she does, she comes running to us to see her through it.
Jenny was in a psychiatric ward for some years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Her parents died in a car crash when she was 11. She became a manic depressive. And a couple of years later tried to kill herself. That's when they put her in hospital. Unfortunately, she didn't strike it lucky. Most of the other patients were geriatrics, and the ward was chronically understaffed. The only way they could cope was by keeping everyone in a virtual permanent state of sedation. And then along came a TV documentary team, anxious to expose the failings of the National Health Service. They didn't think much of the old folk, but they made Jenny their tragic heroine, a victim of the system.
Well, it does sound as though she was.
Oh, yes, of course. Especially as they discovered she also had a heart condition. And the awful thing is, she misses the hospital. She was always the baby there, spoiled by the patients as well as the staff. She still can't get used to the idea that the world doesn't exist solely to do her bidding.
How did she end up here?
How do you think? Saint Wilfrid read about the program in the papers and decided to rescue the damsel in distress. I think he had also read that the producer had been snowed under with offers of money from viewers anxious to help the poor little waif. And philanthropy can pay, you see, for the Wilfrids of this world anyway. He ended up with thousands of pounds.
I think we can both do with this, don't you?
You know, I don't understand you. On the one hand, you're so nice.
And on the other hand, I accuse you of setting fire to the tower. It's not vintage, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I noticed.
I thought it might be a little excessive, that's all, for an impromptu drink together. Oh, good heavens, listen to me. You don't think I'm becoming a Puritan like Dalgleish, do you? Here's hoping that dreadful fate never befalls me.
You're very cheerful, considering your recent bereavement. I don't mean Grace. I'm sorry, Jules, I really am.
Don't let me wallow in it, darling. Remember, we're supposed to be the bright and cheerful ones.
Yeah. I'm afraid I'm not very good at that anymore.
Oh.
Oh! I'm sorry I can't always turn on the jokes at will. I didn't realise I'd been invited here as resident bloody clown. Put the cork back in your champagne. It's wasted on me.
Come on. You know I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry.
Wilfrid doesn't want me to go to the meeting tonight.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
He said I'm not officially employed by the Grange and therefore I don't have the right to vote.
He knows how much you put into the Grange. I'll have a word with him later.
No, thanks. I don't want other people fighting my battles for me, but it's the last straw, Julius. It really is.
Do you know why you put their backs up? It's because you're warm, fun and unpredictable. It's true. You're alive, which is more than can be said for most of the dodos around here.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put a few more backs up soon. By the time I've finished with Wilfrid Anstey, he's going to wish he'd never been born.
What do you mean by that?
Hello.
Hello?
Oh, you don't mind, do you?
No. Could you close the door, please?
Oh, yes, of course. Whose idea was the talcum powder?
I don't know. Wilfrid's, I suppose.
I'd like to buy some.
You said you were going to when you first arrived.
Oh, did I? Well, I'll take half a dozen. That's useful for Christmas
not from
presents.
there. You'll ruin my system. They're all numbered. Sorry.
Ah. Tell me, why did you decide to leave your job here the day after the fire?
I haven't decided. I just thought I might.
Do you always wear a habit?
Around the Grange, yes.
You were seen yesterday evening coming away from Grace's room. It must have been just before she died.
Who told you that? I wasn't anywhere near her room.
But you were hurrying along the corridor.
Well, that's rubbish. I was in my room reading.
Was anyone with you?
Of course not. I wouldn't have been reading, would I? Well, why should I lie about it?
I'm afraid Eric's not here. Good. It's you that I wanted to talk to. Maggie, I'm very busy.
Oh, you'll want to hear this. Once I've started, you won't want me to stop.
I find it hard to believe.
It's true. I've given it a lot of thought, and I have decided that you can have Eric. All of him. Not that there's much to have, in my experience, but I'm sure you've been luckier than I have in that respect.
Why have you changed your mind?
Aren't you going to say thank you?
You seem extremely cheerful about it.
Well, I have every reason to be cheerful. It's not often that one has the opportunity to give two people one loves very dearly the chance of a new life together.
You're drunk.
No, I'm not. It's just that I realise that I've been selfish and small-minded. I've tried to hang on to Eric as a sort of punishment. Why the hell should he be happy if I'm not? But it doesn't work. It just makes everyone miserable, including me. So, much better to cut yourself loose altogether before you get into that bitterness. I'm trying to be self-sacrificing, Helen. It's an entirely new experience for me.
Perhaps you do love him after all. Is that what you're saying?
Why do you find that so unacceptable? Is it easy to run off with the husband of someone you despise completely? Does it make you feel less guilty?
Looking forward to the trip, are you?
Not sure that I want to go now. After all.
What about your duty-free?
Without Grace.
But Henry, you never stopped rowing with her.
I used to tease her, Dennis. She enjoyed it.
Did she?
Usually, yes. I was very fond of her, Dennis. I think she was fond of me.
I'm sure she was. I'm sorry, Henry.
Ah, I'm doing what they do at elections, Henry. Rushing round at the last minute, drumming up support.
Oh, yes.
You will be at the meeting, won't you?
Yes, thank you. Not that it's any business of yours.
Good. What about you, Dennis? Are you for us or against us?
Depends what you mean. I don't want the Grange turned into a caravan park.
Oh, that's just a silly joke. I promise you that won't happen.
Well, I think it should stay as it is. I can't think of a better use for it.
1 for, 1 against. Thank you.
I don't know why you're so sure I'm on your side, Millicent. I rather resent being canvassed by somebody whose sole motivation is her own financial gain.
We all have our reasons for wanting the Grange sold. Are yours any less selfish than mine?
I agree with Dennis. I've no love for Wilfred. But if the Ridgewell Trust takes over, they'll get rid of him soon enough. And then the Grange might be quite a pleasant place to spend one's final days. If one has to spend them anywhere.
Where is everyone?
I don't know. Well, don't blame me. You didn't ask me to tell them.
Good heavens, Albert, what on earth are you doing?
It's flat. Can't even get to the yard.
Leave it. There's no time now.
Doctor! Houston! Quick!
She's left a note.
Look, he's at the meeting. Just get over there.
I know he's at the meeting. I'm not bloody stupid. Doc, this is Julius. Maggie's tried to hang herself. At our flat. What? I don't know. Just get Eric over here now. What else can I do?
Get the police.
Why? What if she should come round?
I don't think there's much chance of that.
God, she stinks of whiskey. We had lunch earlier. She had a bit of a drink then. She seemed all right when she left anyway. God, she must have been knocking it back all afternoon. I'll call the police.
There's been no response, none at all. Nearly 3 minutes.
Hello, this is Toynton Grange. There's been an accident. A suicide attempt. At Toynton Grange. Mrs. Houston. In her flat. Thank you very much.
Oh, cardiac.
What are you going to do?
Adrenaline stimulates the heart.
Go on. Let me do it. Let's leave.
What on earth do you think you're doing? Surely we shouldn't touch anything. Not until the police arrive.
Since when have you been so keen on helping the police, Wilfred?
Don't be absurd. This is entirely different. Grace's was a natural death.
And Maggie's was suicide, for God's sake. Or do you think somebody put something in her whiskey?
Well, does anyone recognize this?
It's part of a climbing rope.
It's virtually brand new, isn't it? I think it's mine then. I bought a new one after my old rope was frayed.
Where do you keep it?
In the workroom. On the hook on the wall.
I think I saw it there earlier this afternoon. I was cleaning the eggs. Well, someone has to look after the chickens now.
What time this afternoon?
About 4. Henry was there too, and Millicent for a while.
Are you saying they all noticed the rope, Dennis? It sounds highly unlikely on the face of it.
I know, but...
Look, who gives a damn what time she took the rope? She's dead, that's all that matters, isn't it? The workroom's open to anyone. All you have to do is wander in and take what you want. Nothing could be easier.
What were you doing here before anyone else, Julius? That's odd, isn't it?
I arrived first, Miss Moxon.
So there you are. For your information, Dot, I was about to go home when I heard this sudden blast of music.
How did you know it came from here?
Because I recognized Maggie's taste in music. Look, it seemed odd. It was so very loud. So I came to see if she was all right. Does that satisfy you?
No, she's not all right. There's no response. Absolutely nothing at all.
I'm so sorry, Eric. What can one say at such a time?
Could you cover her up?
Yes, of course.
Will you want to keep the syringe?
Yes, the police will be here in a minute. They'll want to examine it. Thank you.
I'd like to get a breath of fresh air before the police arrive.
Dr. Hewson, I'd like you to identify something first. Do you recognize the handwriting? Please don't touch it.
Well, it's Maggie's, yes. Why?
Couldn't you wait? Was it really necessary to show him that now?
Thank you.
What does it say?
Please keep back. Mr. Court's plastered his fingerprints over everything. We don't want anyone else's.
Yes, of course. Dear Eric, I've told you often enough I couldn't stick this lousy, boring hole much longer. You thought it was just talk, but it wasn't. Sorry if I've mucked up your little plans. I don't kid myself that you'll miss me or that anyone else will. Still, you can have her now, and by God, you're welcome to her. We had some good times once. Remember them? Try to miss me. I'm better dead. Sorry, Wilfred. The Black Tower.